Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're looking at the absolute largest land animal on Earth, the elephant. They are strong, incredibly intelligent, and completely essential for nature. Let's explore how they live, what they eat, and why they are true giants of the savanna. Okay, let's dive right into this. 6,000 kilograms. That is how much a fully grown elephant can weigh. To put that massive number into perspective, that's about the exact same weight as a large school bus. So how does an animal that heavy move around without hurting itself? Let's check out the amazing physics of an elephant. Just look at those thick column-like legs. They absolutely need those strong pillars to support all that huge body weight. But the real secret? It's in their wide feet. Those feet are filled with soft pads that act just like natural shock absorbers. They spread that heavy weight out so the elephant doesn't sink right into the dirt. Now think about their two most famous features. The trunk works like a powerful machine, a muscular hydraulic system. It can lift heavy tree branches, but it's also sensitive enough to gently pick a single blade of grass. On the other hand, you have those massive floppy ears. They act as a built-in cooling system. As blood flows through the ears, heat escapes, keeping the giant cool under the hot sun. Moving on to ecology, helping the environment. Let's see how these incredible ecosystem engineers live together in tight-knit family groups, usually led by a wise, experienced older female called a matriarch. And this brilliantly illustrates a really important science term, keystone species. A keystone species actively shapes its entire environment. Elephants are ecosystem engineers because they support so many other living things. If you take elephants away, the whole savanna changes completely. Here is the fascinating step-by-step process of how their daily feeding helps nature. Step 1, they eat a ton of plants. Step 2, they travel long distances while digesting their food. Step 3, they drop tree seeds in their dung along the way. And step 4, that dung acts as fertilizer. It nourishes the soil for new plants and feeds many tiny insects. They are basically planting a brand new forest everywhere they walk. But their kindness to the ecosystem doesn't stop there. During the dry season, elephants actually use their tusks and trunks to dig deep holes in dry riverbeds until they strike fresh water. These life-saving drinking spots are then used by dozens of other thirsty animals. So, where exactly in the world can we find these magnificent creatures? Let's switch over to geography. Where do they live? What's really interesting here is just how adaptable they are. Elephants live across two continents, Africa and Asia. They prefer warm savannas and open woodlands, where they take mud baths to stay cool, but they migrate long distances looking for food and water, which means you can find them anywhere from flatlands at sea level all the way up to chilly highlands. Now, traveling all those miles takes a massive amount of energy. What do elephants eat to stay so strong? Let's take a look. Elephants are strict herbivores. That means no meat at all, just a completely plant-based diet. They eat grass, leaves, tough tree bark, sweet fruits, and even roots. But remember that 6,000 kilogram weight? To fuel a body that big, an adult elephant must eat hundreds of kilograms of plants every single day. All right, time for some fascinating elephant fun facts. Let's jump into a rapid-fire round of amazing and surprising things you might not know. Picture an elephant trying to cross a very deep river. Here is a fun question for you. Can an elephant use its trunk like a snorkel? Yes, they absolutely can. It turns out these huge animals are excellent swimmers. When the water gets too deep, they just lift their trunks high into the air to breathe underwater, exactly like a built-in snorkel. No way, right? Here are a few more amazing traits. Elephants have the largest brain of any land animal, which is why they have such excellent memories. Mother elephants have a 22-month pregnancy. That is almost 2 whole years. And when a baby is finally born, the entire family herd helps take care of it. Oh, and those giant white tusks? They aren't horns, they are actually giant teeth called incisors used for digging and lifting. So the crucial point is that they're incredibly smart. They even have a secret way of talking. They use low-frequency sounds called infrasound. These sounds travel as vibrations right through the ground over long distances. The craziest part? These sounds are too low for human ears to even hear. And that brings us to our final thought. Elephants truly are the engineers of the ecosystem. They are strong, they are smart, and they are deeply connected to their environment. By planting seeds and finding water, they keep nature totally healthy. So I'll leave you with this question. If these gentle giants are the key to keeping the savanna balanced, doesn't that mean protecting elephants is actually saving the entire ecosystem? Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll see you next time.